Hey, how's it going, everybody? We are back with another Fanchise video. This is the season highlights video. We did go undefeated. We went 5-0 through the season, so this is going to be a recap not only of my season, but the rest of the teams in the leagues. A little quick rundown of their season will be at the end. If you guys are enjoying this content and you are enjoying the Madden 20 content I put out on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. We have just passed 200 subscribers. We are currently at 201, so thank you all for the support. Can't do it without you guys. You know, it means a lot for all the support and stuff that you guys have been giving on videos, and only doing this 2 months, it's still baffling to me that we've got 200 subs already. So thank you guys. But here we go. We'll pop into the gameplay here, post-com, kind of sports center stuff like last time. Hope you guys do like it. If you don't like it and want to see kind of a different format, just feel free to let me know down in the comments. So yeah, we'll just be popping into it right quick like. All right, first play here, first touchdown of the season for the Seahawks. DeAndre Swift, the rookie, getting in for his first career touchdown. Later in the second quarter, Deshaun Watson hooks up with Travis Kelce on a deep bomb for 82 yards and a touchdown just over the head of Clinton Dix, putting the Seahawks up 14-0. The ensuing offensive play for the 49ers, however, is a big play. Sean Murphy-Bunting coming in for a sack, but Rush shakes it off, finds Nelson Aguilar over Darnell Savage's head, and gets in for a touchdown to make it 14-7. Unfortunately for the Seahawks, that was about the last positive thing that happened, or not the Seahawks, but Niners. Last positive thing that happens. Russell's looking, tries to find his receiver over the middle in a meaningless throw, but that is his 7th interception of the game. 28-15 is the final score, Seattle. All right, game 2, Rams, Seahawks. Luck looking for a receiver, finds Nyheim Hines with a little drop in the bucket pass to get him into the red zone, and sets up this second down pass play to Patrick Ricard for an easy score to put the Rams up 7-0. Then Deshaun Watson hooks up later in the first quarter with Travis Kelce for a big gain down to the 15-yard line on a little corner route. Then the ensuing play, he finds Travis yet again on another corner route in the end zone, this time for a touchdown. Then later on in the second quarter, David Montgomery gets his first touchdown of the season, sprinting out on a stretch play to beat the defense for an easy touchdown. Then late, after the game's already decided, Andrew Luck's looking for his receiver here, Philip Dorsett, with a crazy catch and run over the defender with some PI thrown in, flips Darnell Savage, and then breaks Blake Cashman's touchdown to make it 45-20. That is the final score of game 2. Here in game 3, we have Watson finding Travis Kelce on a little corner route here, set up by the motion in against the coverage, for a big touchdown to start the scoring. Nice little low pass there to find his receiver. Then later, the Niners answer back with a deep pass to Marquise Goodwin on the sideline. The defensive back goes behind him to try and get it, unfortunately. Then later in the second quarter, another corner route touchdown to Travis Kelce, this time in the face of a defender to make it 14-7. Then later, 21-7, Russell pitches the ball to Tevin Coleman to get the score within 7. Then a broken coverage leads to a tie ball game at 21 with an easy passing catch to A.J. Brown. But we think we ice it here with DeAndre Swift busting through and getting a big 28-yard TD to put us up 7. But the game isn't over yet. Russell Wilson, with just 17 seconds remaining on the clock when the score goes through, finds A.J. Brown again for his second fourth quarter touchdown to tie the game. But unfortunately for the Niners, they couldn't hold us for 17 seconds. Harrison Butker gets a 55-yard touchdown field goal to win the game here. The final score being 31-28, Seattle. Then in game 4, it is the Bears. We are in Chicago. Deshaun Watson opens the scoring with a nice little pull on a read option for an easy 40-yard touchdown. Then we find the new addition, trade deadline addition of Mecole Hardman. We traded Hunter Renfrow for him, but he makes a nice move and gets outside of the defense for a big 44-yard gain. Unfortunately, though, that only results in a touchdown, and he was able to get the game tied and even into the lead here with the ensuing possessions. And we're trying to find Travis to answer after he scores a touchdown, but unfortunately, Bobby Wagner gets the interception for him. Then we fast forward to the scoring play on this drive. He's got Antonio Brown for a big reception and touchdown over my defender, and that kind of puts things into a little sticky situation for us. But we find Mecole on a little nice out route there with a great pass to him to get within 7. Then on the final play of the game, instead of punting out of bounds, he punts it to Mecole Hardman, giving us a chance. And what Mecole does with this ball is nothing short of crazy. He breaks a tackle, then phases through like 3 different dudes. It's now 3-on-1, or like 3 men to beat, 2 men to beat. He's got 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. The punter's not going to catch him. Touchdown. We are within a point of tying the game, but we're not going to tie the game. We're going for the win. So we're going to find on a rollout here Cordarrelle Patterson to set us up with no time remaining with a 1-point lead to escape with a crazy victory that we should have definitely lost. 32-21 is the final score, Seahawks. Alright, game 5 of the season. Deshaun Watson's going to hook up with a big play receiver and Mecole Hardman for a 75-yard touchdown pass to open scoring early on in this first quarter. Then, in the ensuing drive, Tom Brady is looking for a receiver. You see the press coverage with Murphy bunting over the top. Finds Isabella to set up a field goal there for the Rams. Then, later on, down 10-7, late in the second quarter, we are looking for a touchdown here, and Deshaun Watson finds a touchdown to Mecole Hardman to put us up 13-10. The ensuing drive of the half, really, DK Metcalf absolutely mosses Darnell Savage for a 42-yard touchdown to put him up 17-13. Then Mecole finds himself open for his 3rd touchdown of the game against a man blitz. And then later on in the fourth quarter, the icer and the cap to a perfect season. Mecole Hardman again on another little drag route here against a man blitz gets open to set up his 4th touchdown in a huge game, making him a superstar as well. That's going to do it for the season. We win this game 37-20 and go undefeated 16-0. Alright, and the divisional roundups for each division. The NFC West will go first. The 49ers were the last place team in the division with their first loss coming against us, the Seattle Seahawks, 15-28. Russ with 299 and 7 interceptions. Then, their second game, they win 37-21 against the Rams. Russ with 362 and 4 TDs. Third game of the season, they lose to the Seahawks yet again, 28-31 on a last-second field goal. Russell Wilson had 3 touchdowns. Then in game 4, another loss, the Vikings, 14-17. Russ finishes with 1 total touchdown. Then the final game of the season, the Niners lose 36-49 in a win-and-in situation, and Ruggs with a kickoff return touchdown in that game. Then the Rams, the playoff-making team in the division. First game of the season was also a loss to the Seattle Seahawks, 20-45. Luck finished the game with 3 total touchdowns. Then 21-37, second loss of the season for the Rams. Niners. Then the playoff team for the Now on to the wildcard team from the NFC West, the Rams. First game of the season, they lose 20-45. Luck finishes with 3 touchdowns to the Seattle Seahawks. Then in game 2, a loss to the Niners, 21-37, the final score. Luck with 3 total turnovers in that game. Then game 3, a 23-17 win over the Lions, in which both starting quarterbacks were injured in the game. Then game 4, a loss to the Seattle Seahawks, down 20-37. Tom Brady was in for the injured Andrew Luck. Then in a win-and-in situation, the Rams are able to prevail over the 49ers with a win, 49-36, and DK Metcalf absolutely went off against the Niners with 5 touchdowns and 334 yards. Then in the NFC North, we have the Lions being the worst team in the division with a win over the Vikings 31-28 in their first game. Jameis finishing with 4 TDs. Then in game 2, another win over the Vikings 33-14. Devontae Freeman with only 4 carries but 95 yards and a touchdown. Game 3, it's a 17-23 loss against the Rams with Duke Johnson picking up a touchdown. Game 5 in a barn burner against the Bears, the final score being 48-69 and a loss for the Lions. Jameis finishes, though, with an outrageous 6-touchdown performance and 604-yard passing day. Then in the final game of the season, another win-and-in situation for the Lions. Unfortunately, they weren't able to cash in. The Bears win this game 27-21. Jameis finishes with 3 interceptions for the Lions in their season-ending loss. Then the wildcard team out of the NFC North are the Chicago Bears. Their first game of the season was a 31-32 loss to Seattle. Julio Jones finishes with 142 yards and a touchdown. Their second game of the season is a loss to the Vikings, with Julio also racking up 118 yards and a touchdown in a 16-14 game. Then 69-48, the Lions prevail over the Bears. Joe Burrow finishes with 475 yards and 6 TDs. And picks up a big win for the Bears' playoff push late in the season. Then in Game 4 against the Vikings, yet again, the Bears lose this game 11-17. Julio picks up 93 total yards receiving. And then in the win-and-in game against the Lions, Week 17, the Bears are able to prevail 27-21 with Matt Breida picking up 23 touches for 200 yards and a touchdown. Then the division winner of the NFC North, the Vikings, worst of first season. They lose the first game of their year, 28-31 behind Philip Lindsay's 22 carries, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Unfortunately, they were not enough to beat Jameis Winston. Then later on in the season, they also come up against the Lions again for Game 2. 14-33 is that final score and a loss to the Lions. Cam with 260 yards and 2 TDs. Then they pick up their first win of the season and start their winning streak. They beat the Bears 16-14 behind Philip Lindsay's 14 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Then again come and beat the Bears 17-11 with Cam picking up 7 rushes for 38 yards and a touchdown in that game. And then in the final game of their season, Week 16, they're able to prevail over the 49ers, picking up the NFC North's only win against the NFC West, with Philip Lindsay picking up 6 carries for 116 yards and a touchdown to clinch the division win and a 14-2 season for the Vikings. So here's going to be the playoff picture for the league. We've got the Seahawks sitting pretty at 16-0, being the division leader and the NFC's number 1 seed. Then the Vikings at 14-2 and the NFC's number 2 seed. Then we've got the Rams at the lowest wildcard position, and the Bears at the highest wildcard spot. So both teams finished 13-3 there in the wildcards, but due to records against opponents and stuff like that, somehow the Bears are able to edge the Rams for that fifth seed. So the matchups are going to be the Bears and the Vikings, and the Seahawks and the Rams in the playoffs. And the winner of those games, the highest seed will host, and the lowest seed will visit for the championship game or the Super Bowl. That's going to about wrap things up for me, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the highlights and kind of the rundown of the other team's seasons. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment, and let me know what else you'd like to see in these videos. But other than that, that's going to about wrap things up. I will see you guys in the next one.
Saying who that over there looking a whole snack? Oh, foot boy, that's looking like me.